safe, and all of those good things. Hope you guys are doing well. My name is Angela Petrilli. I'm here for another edition of the Riff Rundown with the awesome folks at Fishman. So happy you all are here. I am so excited to get started on this lesson. Today we are going to be learning Friends by the mighty Led Zeppelin. Yes, the mighty Led Zeppelin, Friends, one of my favorite tunes from Zeppelin 3. We will be learning that one today. It's a really fun, open tuning, and it's a great one to play, great one to have in the repertoire, so we're gonna be learning that one today. So before we get started, folks, you know the drill. Let me know where you're tuning in from and your favorite venue to go see live music. So where you're tuning in from and your favorite venue to see live music. So here we go. Here's a tune we're gonna be learning today. So that's the song we're going to be learning today. It is a great, great one to play. Oh my gosh, I see a bunch of people are tuning in. This is fabulous. Thank you all so much for being here. We're going to be learning Friends by Led Zeppelin. So before we get started, let's see where everyone's tuning in from. Awesome, we've got Minneapolis. Yes, more Zeppelin. You got it, you got it. Tuning in from Nepal. Wow, too cool. We've got Tacoma, Washington, Montreal, Belgium. Oh my goodness. Pennsylvania, Idaho, Texas, New York City, Australia. Wow. And Italia. Beautiful. Oh my gosh, thank you all so much for being here. So, as you guys can tell, this isn't an open tuning. So again, it's in a C6 tuning. And don't worry, I will have the info of, in case you forget when you're watching this, and you want to go back and watch this later, what the tuning is, I'll have it in the description of the video so you guys can go back anytime when you're reviewing this and you can check it out. So here's where we have the guitar tuned. Your E string, okay, it's going to be at C. So the whole tuning is C, A, C, G, C, and E. So this is a C6 tuning. I'll explain that in just a second. But let's go ahead and get you guys started on where you want your guitar tuned. So we're only changing 3 strings, okay? You're gonna change your top E string, bring it all the way down to C, okay? So that really cool droning C, that's what we want there, okay? It's gonna be really, really important. You'll see as we get along moving it with this lesson. So the A string, keep as is, okay? Your D string, down to C, C's in cat, okay? G string, keep it as is. The B string, bring it up to C. That's gonna be a half step up to C, okay? And your E string, keep it the same. So when I mention C6 tuning, well, what does that mean? I know a lot of times in those lessons you guys hear me say like 1-3-5 or 1-flat-3-5, like that's what builds a major chord and a minor chord respectively, right? So with this, when I say C6, it's a type of, right? It's a C chord, but it has this additional 6 in it. So what's happening here is when we look at the key of C major, right? So you have the notes C, D, E, F, G, A, B. So those are the notes that make up C major. So when we're looking at the C6 tuning, you have your 1 of C, okay? And then you have your 3 of E, you have your 5 of G, and then this A is your 6. So that's how we get to the A6 tuning. So again, not too difficult. I'll have it in the description. And also too, you're changing 3 strings. Not too tough. And this is a tuning we see in another Led Zeppelin song. We'll save that one for another time. But if those of you know what song that is, write it in the comments. Beautiful, beautiful instrumental. That's all I'll say. It's a great one. So we're gonna go ahead and look at this one today. So this is Friends off of Zeppelin 3. We wanna start off with this, a nice big chord, right? Nice big C chord here. Why is that? You're gonna put your second finger, you're gonna know why in a second. You're gonna put your second finger on the 3rd fret of the A string. Okay, so that's your C note. You're gonna strum everything. And it's gonna start with an upstroke and then go back down. So just like that, using your second finger to play that note. Okay, so just like that, nice full chord, right? Nice drony sounding song. This one's really fun to play. So that's the opening strumming pattern. Like that. And again, notice my elbow, nice, and I'm letting it be, right, that fulcrum of that bend with the arm, nice big broad strokes here when we're strumming. That's really important. Okay? And let's just do that for a second here. That's what we want to do there. Now, of course, we got to do a really cool, little, awesome drony goodness that Jimmy Page is just absolutely known for. You're going to get your first finger here. Notice that really cool dissonance, bluesy darkness. Like, yeah, again, it really sets the tone for the song. Even just this little bit of this note change here is really cool. So here's how we do that. Get your first finger, 3rd fret of the E string. Now, with this lesson, what I will do, just so we don't get too confused with stuff, we are in an alternate tuning, yes, but when I'm telling you where to put your fingers on the guitar, I'm going to call them by the strings as if it was in standard tuning. So we're not going to get too confused, okay? So your first finger, put that on the 3rd fret of the E string, okay? And you're just going to touch it. Hear that? I'll play these two together. See how they're octaves? Just like that. But you're gonna strum the rest of the strings too. I just want you guys to hear when we just take that little bit apart. I want you to hear that, so. Now include the strums. Cool, right? So that's like the very, very beginning of the intro, right? We're starting to build into this song. So I did it slow there. I'll do it again a little bit slower and then I'll build it up to speed so you guys can hear it. Now a little faster. And it's a cool drony chord and we're using like 1, 2 fingers. It's great. So now let's go into that iconic intro, right? That really cool part of the song. It's really, really neat. Here's how I want you to do it. I'm gonna play it again, just that one bit so you can see. I'm gonna do it a little slower. That's the first bit. Let's go ahead and talk about this. So, my beginners, this may be a little bit challenging for you, But again, as I say in these lessons, it's really, really good. It's good for you. It's good for you. It makes you a better player. So let's go ahead and talk about this. So keeping your second finger on that third fret of the A string, okay? Very cool, interesting sound, right? Put your third finger on the third fret of the B string, B as in boy, your pinky finger, third fret of the E string, just underneath it. Is it gonna feel a little crammed? It's almost like it's like almost the C add 9 shape without that first finger, right? So all of your fingers here are going to be aligned on that third fret, okay? So your second finger, third fret A string, third finger, third fret B string, B as in boy, pinky finger, third fret E string, okay? So that's how it should sound. Kind of wacky, but it's kind of awesome, okay? So here's, so far. Now you are going to release your third finger and fourth finger on that up, okay? Just like that, not too bad. Let's do this nice and slow. Again. One more time. Now, this is going to be a little bit of a tricky bit here, but practice it slow, you'll get it. First finger, we're going to place that on the second fret of the B string and E string. We are going to pinch. Now notice, you can kind of see my thumb back here, pinching the middle of that neck. If your thumb is all the way up here, it's going to be a little difficult to do this. So again, we want a really good grip here to get those nice, clear sounding notes. Remember, good technique leads to really, really good, clean playing. And that's what we're looking for here, okay, with all of these lessons, not just this one, okay? So now we're going to incorporate that now. So putting that first finger down on the second fret of the B string and E string, okay? So now I'm going to do this really slow, incorporating that next bit. And then now, release it. Lift, okay? Let's do that a few times. Okay, let's do that again. A few more times. Again, making sure we're doing this nice and clean. You can't play anything fast, you can't play slow, so take your time, folks. Just like that, you're getting it. One more time. Okay, so that's that. A little faster. Again, notice my thumb, you can't see it. Why? It's maintaining its spot in the middle of the neck, keeping that, right? Keeping that grip nice and strong. Movement of the thumb there, nice grip. That's what we want, okay? So, we now press again, first finger, second fret of the B and E string, just like that. Now, third finger, fourth finger, third fret B string and E string. I needed a minute there. So like that, okay? Let's start from the top. Okay, so again, make sure that these fingers are just next to the fret without touching them. Because again, if you go right on top of that fret, you're gonna get a little bit of that buzz. We don't want that, we don't want that. So be really mindful. That's why I say practice this stuff slow, so you can catch these little things when they happen, like, ooh, why didn't that sound so clear? Oh yeah, because I was on top of the fret. That's why it sounded like that. So again, really good intention to practice here. Catch these things when you do them. So from the top, just like that again. Go back, pressing that second fret B and E string, and then finishing this part of the riff with your third finger and fourth finger right here, third fret, B string and E string. I'm gonna do this whole part slow. I know it's a little confusing when we break it down a little bit slower. It makes a little more sense when I play it fast. I'll do it slow and then I'll do it fast so you guys can see. So here we go. From the very, very top. Nice and slow. Okay, again. Now I'm going to do a little faster. Okay, so that's what we're looking for there. Now, that's the first part of that intro. Now, the next bit sounds like this. Same notes, we're playing them in a little bit of a different order. Here's how this one goes to speed. Let me do that again. Again, we're live, folks. Let me read that again. Just like that. We're live, folks. One edit take. It's fun stuff. Fun stuff. Keeps me on my toes. This is great. So let's go ahead and do that again. Here is the second bit of that intro. I'll do it nice and slow here. Now. Just like that. Let's talk about it. So the top of that riff is the same as the first one. So that part we've already learned. Great. Put it in the back pocket. We're done there. Now, let's learn the variation. First finger down, second fret, B string, E string. Your third finger, fourth finger, place them on the third fret of the B string and E string respectively. Now going back, first finger across second fret, B and E. Release open strings B and E. First finger back down, second fret, B string, E string. Release open E, open B. Just like that. Okay? I'm going to do this a few times really slow, okay? That is that first part. And notice, with a great guitar, it'll drone for like a really long time. Love this Martin. All right, so let's go ahead and do that again from the top, okay? From the very, very top of the song. I'm gonna do this nice and slow. And then I'll do it the track to speed. All right, so that's it. Again, slow and steady wins the race here. Take your time. It's worth it. It is worth it, I promise. Okay, so that's that. Let's go ahead and do that a little quicker here. Okay, I'm gonna kind of shake out my hand too. I'm sure you guys are at home. Totally okay. Let the blood flow and get back into those fingers. And let's just go ahead and do this again. So here we go to speed. So now we're going to go into that octave bit. So that really iconic, again, another iconic part of this iconic song. That. Okay, I'm going to show you guys how to do that next. So before we do that bit of going and playing those octaves on the fretboard, okay, what we want to do here. That's all you're going to do with that like main motif of that intro. You're going to do this riff first before we get into that octave bit. So you're going to do this. Second finger, 3rd fret A string, okay? 3rd finger, 4th finger, 3rd fret of the B and E string, respectively. 1st finger, 2nd fret, B and E, pressing down, then release. Do that full chord. Why not? The dronier, the better on this song. Again, that's what gives this song such a cool character. Really one of my favorite Jimmy Page open tuning songs for sure. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is next. Let's talk about those octaves, okay? So what we're going to do here, you're going to get your 1st finger, place it on the 3rd fret, okay, that A string, your pinky finger, okay? You're going to do that, 5th fret of the G string, and you're going to strum everything. Another really pretty C chord. Okay. We got folks at home saying, gosh, this would sound cool on a 12 string. Absolutely. If you have the patience to tune this tuning to a 12 string, have at it, my friends, have at it. Would it sound great? Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, awesome stuff. So that's what we're gonna do there. Now, what's great about this tune is that this shape for the verses, right, the outro, it's gonna stay like this. We're not doing any other chord shapes. We're keeping this octave shape. What makes this really cool is that we're allowing the other strings to create that cool droniness and atmosphere within the song, okay? So octave shape, that's what we're looking for, okay? So the first bit of this octave riff from the intro, 1st finger, 3rd fret of the A string, pinky finger is going to go on the 5th fret of that G string. So now what we're gonna do here, we're gonna slide it up a step and a half, okay? So that's going to get us with your 1st finger should be placed on the 6th fret of that A string, your pinky finger located on the 8th fret of the G string. It should sound like this. Wacky, weird, I know, but that's cool. Okay, so before I continue with this, I'm just gonna play this part to speed, okay? Again. One more time for good luck. Okay, so again, 3rd fret, 5th fret, A string, G string, bring that up to the 6th fret with your 1st finger on the A string, pinky finger is going on the 8th fret of that G string. Okay. Then what you're going to do here, bring it back a half step to the 5th fret. 1st finger should be on the 5th fret of the A string, and your pinky finger on the 7th fret of the G string. Again, wacky chords, yeah. All right, so let's do those first three together. So I'm doing a downward strum on that first chord, upward strum when we go to the 6th and 8th fret, and then downward strum on that 5th fret, 7th fret shape, okay? So let's go ahead and do that again. One more time. One more time. Just like that. Again, let the strings drone. It sounds great. Usually with octaves, I tell you guys, you know, you want to keep things muted. But for this song, we don't want to do that. Let it all ring, okay? So we've got that. Now, bring the same shape, okay, up to the 9th fret. I'm sorry, 8th fret. 8th fret. First finger, 8th fret of that A string, okay? Your pinky finger on the 10th fret of the G string. So it should sound like this. Yeah, good stuff. All right, bring that back a half step now. Your first finger should be on the 7th fret of the A string, your pinky finger on the 9th fret of the G string. It should sound like this. Beautiful chords. Okay, so putting this all together in context, here is what it is sounding like so far. Beautiful stuff, right? Jimmy Page is one of the greatest. Came up with some just beautiful, beautiful songs. So here we go. Okay, now what we're gonna do, bring the shape all the way up to the 10th fret, first finger, pinky finger, 12th fret of that G string. Octaves, yay. Okay, so just like that. Now, bring this back a half step. First finger will now be on the 9th fret of that A string. Pinky finger, 11th fret G string, okay? Again, wacky chords. When we put it all together, it sounds really great. I'm gonna now do this octave part very, very slow. Follow along with you can, all right? You guys are doing great out there, so here we go. Again. Now I want to mention something again about the thumb. I don't want to see your thumb up here. Again, notice how my hand, it gets really tense, okay? Placing that thumb again in the middle of the neck is going to allow your hand to expand very comfortably along the fretboard. So keeping that thumb pointed towards the headstock. Okay, if I had a clear fretboard, you'd be able to see that my thumb is pointing towards the headstock and towards the tuners, okay? So I want you to do that too. It's at a little bit of an angle, if I'm being totally honest, not like totally pointed. You want it pointed in that direction. I would say it's pointed right here at this tuner, okay? So that's how I want your thumb to be. All right, so now let's go ahead, again, keeping that in mind with that thumb, keep it there. Keep it at the middle of the neck, okay? Having it as that nice, you know, supportive guide, okay? The back of the neck. Think of your thumb like that, okay? Keeping the hand expanded and comfortable, okay? So again, let's do this. Give me 2 good down strums at the end, okay? So here we go. Then we go back to that C chord. Okay, 2nd finger, 3rd fret of that A string. All right, let's go ahead. Let's do that one more time, a little faster. 2 more times. again, one more time. Now you'll notice with my strumming, it's big, it's pronounced, it is present, but I'm not like digging really, really hard. I don't want to hear all the peaks and valleys of those strings. I want the pick to do the work for me. So I want you guys to think of that too. When you are practicing this, let the pick do the work for you. Don't feel like you really need to dig, right? Could you use a light pick with this? You could. If you're comfortable with that, you could. I am more of like a 0.73, 0.88. That's where I like to be in my picks. So, you know, whatever is comfortable for you, you could play with a thinner pick. It'll sound a little thinner, but I know some folks like that with an acoustic guitar. I think it's great. If that works for you, awesome. I want you to continue doing that. But again, I don't want you to dig too much. Let the pick do the work for you. And again, getting that sound and that good, consistent strumming from your arm. So, think it again, it's like a clock, okay? So nice and consistent here. Let's go ahead and do that one more time for good luck. Why not? Okay, let's take our time with this. Again, hope you guys are having fun. So here we go. And if you'll notice here, my hand is very open when I'm doing this. I don't play with a closed fist. I know a lot of people do, and if you'd like to play with a closed fist and it works for you and you're getting good sounding sounds out of your acoustic guitar or your electric guitar, great. For me, it's a little more comfortable for me to have a slightly open hand when I am strumming. So, but that's just me. So if there are folks out there who like to just strum with a closed fist, totally cool. Don't be too forceful and aggressive with that grip. It could, again, lead to that peaks and valleys sounds, and it can sound like you could really hear all of those strings. They're not harmonious, you know, working together. Again, that's just my ear, but see what works for you. See what works for you. Again, I just like to just plant some seeds of, you know, how I like to do stuff. So there you go. So that is the riff. From here, we go back to our intro riff. And then riff. Now, what happens here, we now go into the verse. So before we get into that verse, if you guys have any questions, again, this is a live Q&A too. If you guys have questions about gear and all of that stuff, I'm happy to answer some, but let's get to some of your comments. So, ride Santa Cruz bikes, I tend to tap the guitar with my pinky with an open hand, and there you go. Well, you know, if that works for you, works for you. All right, everybody's digging the open tunings. Yeah, super fun. The song I was playing at the top was Braun Your R, which is in the same tuning as this song today. So yeah, beautiful instrumental piece off of the album Physical Graffiti. All right, let's see, we got Mexico City in the house. Thank you so much. We got Italy in the house. Love it, love it, love it. Thanks so much for tuning in, everybody. Loving it, guys. Yeah, this is a super fun one. Again, this shape is going to continue on through the rest of the tune. So let's go ahead and let's have a look at the verses here. Again, this octave shape is going to return. We are going to keep using it. So get that first finger and that pinky ready. Okay, so how we're gonna do this, it's two parts, okay, the verses. The first part repeats. The third part is slightly different, but it's good. You could do it, okay? So what we're gonna do here, the verse, back to our octave shape, first finger, 3rd fret A string, pinky finger, 5th fret of that G string, okay? So we're gonna strum it just like that, okay? Nice and light. Remember, let the pick do the work for you, okay? This shape, we are now going to slide up. First finger should be on the 6th fret of that A string. Pinky finger is going to be on the 8th fret of the G string. And we're gonna bring that back, 5th fret, 7th fret, A and G string respectively. Okay, just like that. So, no, that's not it. No, I'm going ahead of myself. The verse goes like this. Let me play it. We're live, folks. We're live. Here's the verse. Now here's the variation. So that's what's happening there. Fun octave stuff, and those of you who don't have a cutaway, don't worry, you can do it too. I did it, Jimmy Page did it, you can do it too, folks. So let's go ahead and check this out. So, first finger, 3rd fret A string, pinky finger is going to be on the 5th fret of the G string, okay? You are going to slide this up all the way to the 10th fret. Remember, strum all those strings. We want this droniness. It's going to sound awesome, okay? From here, okay, we're going to go back a half step, bringing that first finger to the 9th fret, okay? The A string, pinky finger, 11th fret, G string. Just like that. So these three will sound like this. Cool and weird and ominous, yeah. All right, so, and again, if you need to go ahead and relax your hand, go ahead and do that. I know these octaves can be a little tough, especially on that pinky finger, on these acoustic strings. It's totally good for you. You're just gonna build more calluses on your fingertips. It's a good thing. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that part again. One more time. Now from here, you're gonna go back. First finger to that 10th fret A string, pinky finger 12th fret G string, okay? So it'll sound like this. From here, slide it up a whole step. First finger, 12th fret of the A string. Pinky finger is going to be on the 14th fret of that G string. Now notice, I don't have a cutaway and I'm able to get there just fine. Okay, so folks out there, you'll be okay. All right, and again, this is a full size, so the fretboard hits the body at the 14th fret. So I got plenty of room here. All right, so let's put these pieces together, nice and slow. And again, those of you who have questions, absolutely type them in. I'll be able to read them and we'll answer as many questions as I can within the hour. Okay, so here we go. Just like that, okay, good. Keep in mind, I'm strumming all the strings here. Strumming all the strings. We want the droniness here. A little faster. Okay, so from here, when we're at that 12th fret, 14th fret, right? Bring this all the way back. First finger, slide it to the 7th fret of the A string. Pinky finger, 9th fret G string. Okay. Keeping that octave shape. Okay. Now we do here, beautiful chord, right? Yes, very beautiful. Now, we're gonna do here, bring that up a whole step. 9th fret A string, pinky finger, 11th fret G string. Ominous and weird, yeah, beautiful stuff. Okay, so just like that. Then from this shape, bring this all the way back. First finger should be on the 4th fret of that A string, pinky finger, 6th fret G string. Yeah, getting dark, then resolving. First finger, 3rd fret of the A string, pinky finger, 5th fret of that G string. Okay. go ahead and do this again. I'm going to do this nice and slow, and then I'm going to play it to speed. And again, those of you got questions, feel free to type them in, and I will answer as many as I can. So here we go. Let's repeat this. Cool stuff, right? So that is the part of the verse there that repeats. So we play that part 2 times in the verse, okay? We play that part 2 times. And then now we go into this variation, okay? The variation has one slight bit. We're gonna go up. Again, those of you who don't have a cutaway, you'll still be able to do it, I promise. All right, so here's that variation. Notice how we just went up the neck a little bit more. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about it. A lot of this is the same. Okay, first finger, 3rd fret, 5th fret, A string, G string respectively, sliding that shape up to the 10th fret A, 12th fret G, bringing that back a half step, 9th fret A, 11th fret G, going back up a half step, 10th fret, 12th fret A, G, bringing this up a whole step, 12th fret A, 14th fret G, one more whole step. Okay, so it looks a little wacky here. First finger, 14th fret, pinky finger, 16th fret. It is doable, I promise. And it's actually a little bit easier if you do it fast. Now notice how the thumb has been lifted. I can't do that, but it is doable, okay? So from there, when we are at that 14th fret, don't worry, we're gonna slide it back 7 frets, first finger, 7th fret of that A string, pinky finger, is the 9th fret G, okay? Now what we do here, whole step up, 9th fret of the A string, pinky finger, 11th fret G. Sliding this backwards now to the 4th fret of that A string, pinky finger, 6th fret, G string. Yeah, slide it back, 3rd fret, 5th fret. Okay, so that's what's happening there. What I am going to do now is I'm going to play the verse. So the first section of the verse gets repeated, so I will be playing it 2 times. Then the variation is happening at the end. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do here. I will do it slow, and then I will do it to speed. All right? Hope you guys are doing well. This has been a super fun one to teach. I hope you guys are having fun. Repeating. Variation. All right, so that's what's happening there in the verse. That's a little bit slower. Again, as you can tell, those octaves on an acoustic, when you play it slow and all that stuff, be sure to give your hands a rest. If you are feeling pain, walk away a little bit. Again, know that it's a good thing. We're building those calluses. But again, I don't want you to be playing to where it's like really, really painful. So give yourself a moment to collect yourself, get in the hands in better shape, and then continuing on with your practice, okay? So here we go. I'm going to go ahead and do this to speed. It's good stuff. All right, so here we go. Here's the verse. right into that bit that we had at the intro. Okay, so that's what's happening there. So glad all of you are having fun. I'm getting a lot of fun stuff. This is great. Good stuff. Some tender fingertips, that's okay. It's gonna build calluses. You guys don't worry one bit. We got Russell from Cape Cod. Oh, I love Cape Cod. I love Cape Cod. Good stuff. Good stuff. Again, just want to talk about some of the gear that I'm using today. I'm working here with the awesome folks at Fishman. These are just so much fun, and I'm just so enjoying these lessons. I've got the let's do that again. The Fishman Matrix Enhance pickups within my Martin 00017E acoustic guitar. I have the Aura Spectrum DI acoustic imager, the silver box that I talk about, that I absolutely love as far as amplification is concerned. I have the Loudbox Performer by Fishman being mic'd up with an SM57 out to all you lovely people, lovely guitar learners all over the world, wherever you are. So happy you are here. Again, if you're enjoying these lessons, please subscribe to the socials on Fishman and to myself. You could check out all of what's going on in my world at AngelaPetrillimusic.com. And yeah, be sure to check out the folks at Fishman. There's some great stuff happening over there. I can't wait. They're working on a guitar of mine that has P90 pickups in it. I cannot wait to play it. I will definitely play it in one of these lessons for sure. So again, folks, be sure to check it out. Be sure to check it out. It's good stuff. Good stuff. Okay, so we have covered the intro. We have covered the verses. So now we have the outro. Okay, and again, that intro part is used as like the chorus. So you would just go ahead and repeat what we did in that intro and then just use it as your chorus, okay? So going ahead and closing out for today, we have our final bit of this song, which is the outro, and guess what? We're using those octave shapes again. So again, that's our chord shape. Super fun. When I was looking into this lesson, I was actually talking to my good pal Gretchen Menn, who plays guitar with Zepparella, and we were talking about this tune and talking about like how Jimmy Page played it, and you can see in the video that he did the concert with Robert Plant. I believe it was in '95. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but they're playing this, and you can see how he's using those octave shapes as well to play this tune. So again, super fun. Thomas is going to attempt learning this on a 12-string. Thomas, please keep us posted on that. I want to know how it is and how it sounds on that 12-string. I'm sure it's going to sound awesome. So keep up the good work. That's great. That's going to be a lot of fun. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about the outro here, right? The end of the song. Still doing the octave shapes. We are still doing the droning strings. It's good stuff. Okay, so here is the outro, okay? It's gonna sound like this. Lots of octaves, back and forth, whole steps, half steps. Don't worry, we're gonna break it down step by step as we always do in these lessons. So, here's what we're gonna do. First part, we already know this octave, folks. 3rd fret, 5th fret, A string, G string, respectively. Okay, slide that up to the 6th fret. Your first finger should be on the 6th fret. Your pinky finger should be on the 8th fret. Go back 1 half step, first finger on the 5th fret, pinky finger on the 7th fret of the G string. Okay, and again, we're droning all this stuff. We're droning it. Bringing this shape now all the way up to the 8th fret of that A string, pinky finger, 10th fret of the G string. And I'll just highlight the octaves for right now, and then we'll go ahead and include the droniness, okay? So we're at the 8th fret of the A string, the 10th fret of the G string. Go ahead and go back a half step now to the 7th fret A, pinky finger, 9th fret G. Okay, now bringing this up to the 10th fret A, first finger should be there, pinky finger, 12th fret G. Going backwards now, first finger, 9th fret of the A string, pinky finger, 11th fret G. Going back up yet again to that 10th fret, 12th fret G string, and then going up first finger, 12th fret A, pinky finger, 14th fret G string, just like that, okay? So that's the first bit. We'll break down that one. I'm gonna play that nice and slow, and then I'll play it to speed. I'll play it slow a few times here. So here we go. Follow along. I'll go nice and slow. And we're gonna hold this chord for a little longer than the rest. That's part one, okay? So let's go ahead and do that again, nice and slowly, one more time. Okay. So I want to address too, we have some people saying it's a certain tuning. Some of the tunings you guys are saying are incorrect. So I'm gonna let you know about the correct tuning that we are in. We are in C, A, C, G, C, and E. So it is a C6 tuning. Again, I will have the tuning in the description of the video so that you can check it out when you're going ahead and rehearsing this, okay? So C6 tuning, all right? So we're gonna go ahead and now do this part slow one more time and then to speed, okay? All right, so there's that. Now let's go ahead, play it fast, and then we'll get on to part two. And folks, we're gonna call it a day. Thank you so much for hanging out. If you're digging the videos, be sure to subscribe. So here we go. Like that, okay? Part two, let's go ahead and hear this. Now, first finger, 6th fret of that A string. Pinky finger, place that on the 8th fret of the G string. There's your octaves. And again, drony, yeah, that's what we want, okay? Bring this back a half step, first finger, 5th fret of that A string, pinky finger, 7th fret, G. All right. Now we are going to bring this up to the 8th fret A, pinky finger, 10th fret G. Go back a half step, first finger, 7th fret, pinky finger, 9th fret G. Okay. Now we're gonna do here, slide it up, first finger should be on the 10th fret of the A, pinky finger, 12th fret G. Let's play that nice and slow here, okay? Here we go. Isn't that cool? Let's do that one more time. Okay, so that's what's happening there. Let's go ahead and do it fast for a little context. Again, 1, 2, 3. All right, so part B of the second part is going to sound like this. So here's how we do that. First finger, place that on the 10th fret of that A string, pinky finger, 12th fret G. Bring this up a whole step now, 12th fret A, 14th fret G. Just like that, okay? Now bringing this back, first finger, 5th fret A, pinky finger, 7th fret G. Whole, or half step up. First finger, 6th fret of that A string, pinky finger on the 8th fret G. Now, going back yet again, half step, first finger is going to be playing the 5th fret of that A string, pinky finger, 7th fret G. Resolving then now to that C chord. Okay, 3rd fret A, pinky finger, 5th fret G. Okay, so nice and slow here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do part 2 nice and slow. Then I will combine part 1, part 2 of that outro. Okay, so here we go, nice and slow, of part 2 of the outro. Do that one more time. All right, so that's that. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and play the entire outro, and then we'll run through, I'll just run through the entire song just real quick, just playing it to speed so you guys can put all the parts together, okay? And we'll call it a day, folks. We'll call it a day. I think this will be a super fun one for you guys to break down and woodshed. It's a very, very fun song to play. So let's go ahead. Here's the outro to speed. Part 2. Yay! So that's the outro. I know it's a little tricky. I'm seeing some folks like, oh goodness, it's a little tricky. It's okay. Go slow, folks. I broke it down. Again, watch this video again, rewind, see where we're going here, okay? Take your time with it. You can do this. You can do this. I have no doubt. Take your time. Slow and steady wins the race. You're going to be great. So let's go ahead and I'm going to do the entire song, okay, as a quick little refresher to leave you guys with that. And again, if you have questions before we go, type them in the comments in the live stream thing. I forget which side it's on. It's either this side or this side. I don't know. type them in. I can see it here on my other screen, and would be happy to answer your questions. Again, my name is Angela Petrilli, here with the awesome folks at Fishman for another riff rundown of one of my favorite tunes, Friends by Led Zeppelin. If you're digging the tunes and you're digging these videos, be sure to subscribe to our social medias. It helps the cause, folks. And share these videos with a friend, you know, someone who might want to learn some Zeppelin or Pink Floyd or Fleetwood Mac, any of that stuff. Bring them on over. We'd love to have them, love to have them. So here we go. I will be playing the whole thing abridged. So here we go. Verse. Here's our variation on that verse. Now here's the outro. There you go. There is Friends by the mighty Led Zeppelin. An awesome, awesome tuning by the incredible and an always inspiring Jimmy Page. So feel free, go play this, have fun. Again, if there are a few things I want you to remember. That thumb placement on the neck. Don't have your thumb creeping up on those octaves. Going to make the grip a lot easier if your thumb is in the middle. It'll keep that hand nice and relaxed and awesome. 2, don't be afraid to strum hard, but let the pick do the work for you. Okay, so if those are 2 things I want you to really, really take away from this lesson, it's that. So again, this is such a fun one to teach. Folks are asking what's coming up next week. Please give us a hint. I will say acoustic guitar for sure. Acoustic guitar for sure. I will drop hints. I'm between 2 songs that I want to teach next week. So yeah, I will leave it at that. I will leave it at that. So again, if you guys are enjoying these, I'm here every Saturday at noon Pacific time. It's been such a blast. You guys are so wonderful. Thank you all for the kind comments and all that good stuff. It has been a joy to see that you all are really enjoying these lessons and learning, and that they're helping you, and it just makes me really, really happy to hear all those wonderful things from you guys. So I'm glad you all are putting some new music into the world. It makes me feel great. I think music makes the world a better place. So happy to help inspire you guys to pick this thing up and play it. Again, if you guys love these videos, be sure to subscribe. We'd love to have you. We'd love to have you. It helps the cause. And yeah, spread the word, folks. These are so much fun. I really enjoy them. Enjoy chatting with you all, and yeah, teaching you guys how to play. So again, my name is Angela Petrilli, signing off with the riff rundown with the awesome folks at Fishman. I will be back same time, same channel. Thank you all so much. Be kind, stay well, take care, play lots of music, and we'll see you next week.